Since 1994, Saki has solved the challenges of automated optical inspection with a full line of 2D AOI and 3D AOI, SBI and AXI systems, and the first self-programming and self-tuning software. Saki has become a respected leader in the Smart Factory Industry 4.0 and M2M communication revolution.
Welcome to the Saki booth here at Productronica. I'm delighted to be joined by Jaroslav Neuhauser. Nice to see you, Jaroslav.
Thank you, Trevor, for meeting us.
So we've had some updates on the 3XI series of X-ray systems. What are the key features of the new series here?
Correct. Trevor, this is brand new, totally redesigned from scratch. It means that's kind of fourth in the generation of X-ray machines of Saki, keeping the same principles of planar CT, planar computed tomography. However, we really seen that the machine is a little bit too big and too heavy. So the main concerns of our customers was how to move it, how to use it in line. So the main targets of development was to shrink it a little bit to make it really as an inline machine. And you see the width is just 1.40 meters.
Yeah, the footprint has definitely gone down from the previous version.
Exactly.
Here.
Weight was also reduced by 30%. So now we are coming really to have an inline machine which can be used almost anywhere.
How did you reduce the weight? Are you using a composite material inside, or how did you manage to do that? Because X-ray machines obviously have to be lead-lined.
Correct. I mean, we totally redesigned the frame. So we used a die-casted frame in the machine, which was optimized. So the frame itself a little bit helped to reduce the weight. At the same time, the footprint is smaller and the height of the machine is also smaller. So everything went compact. Therefore, also the shielding itself is reducing the weight. Yeah.
So you've got two versions of this. You've got one for the PCBA side of the business, but you've got one for the IGBT. Tell us a little bit. Let's start with the IGBT version. What is significant about that, and what sort of tube configuration have you got?
So IGBT system is equipped with an open tube of 200 kilovolt voltage. That's mainly intended to use to inspect the voiding in the multi-layer structures as the switching devices as IGBT in electric vehicles and hybrid cars. We use a newly developed detector. This is the detector which was developed by Saki, and by optimizing the tube and detector performance, we were able to speed up the image acquisition by 30%. But that's not the final target. We are reaching even more by using different techniques, how to speed up even further.
Right. Okay. And I believe there's a bit of an issue around dozing in these systems. You've managed to reduce that too.
Correct. Actually, for IGBT itself or the open tube system, that stays the same. However, as you said, there is also the PCBA system, which is optimized for the PCBA inspection, especially for highly integrated parts or package applications where the computer tomography is the real key. And of course, the computer tomography takes some time. So we managed to reduce the dose by 70%. So therefore, we can protect the sensitive devices and increase or prolong the lifetime of those critical devices by 70%.
How did you do that? I mean, by reducing the amount of your capture time by speeding that up, or how did you achieve that?
One of this was the speeding up the acquisition itself, and also we are using a special tube which is able to control the X-ray beam in a proper manner in a very short time.
Okay, I see. Okay. So you've reduced the footprint. Does that mean you've had to reduce the maximum sample size?
Actually not. I mean, we can now inspect 360 by 330 boards. If we use a double stopper operation, it can be standard L size. So let's say 500 times 360, which for major of the devices, for IGBT, that's not an issue at all. Right. And for the PCBA, mainly, many of that can fit. There is a plan in the roadmap to also work on the XXL size machine, which is coming in next years.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously with 5G coming down, there's some big boards coming out and this type of thing. Yeah.
Correct. You are right. So you will see the XXL size machine very soon.
Okay. So Jaroslav, I want to turn my attention now to the software side, because I believe you've had some developments over on the software platform. Can you tell us what's happening there?
Correct. As you know, Saki is one of the companies supplying entire lineup in the factory, starting from SPI, AOI, X-ray. The hardware meets the same requirements and same specifications, using the same parts, etc. The software is the same. It's totally modular. We can use the functions on every system, which leads to the end of the line where we are concentrating the data from all of the inspection processes. And we are proud to release the new system, a new reporting system from Saki, which collects the data and store that for pretty long time. And at the same time, we have released a analyzing software in cooperation with company Cogiscan, which is helping us to define the drill down scenarios, to find the root cause of the problems, and simply being able to reflect the customer's wishes to have an overview of the production.
Yeah, so it captures that information and it feeds it onto the CFX or whatever system and up the line to the printers and that type of thing.
Yes, that's the extension which will come in very short future. Now we made a consolidated data warehouse, so now we have data in a form which can be utilized by artificial intelligence analysis, by the statistical approach, by the self-tuning mechanisms, etc. So we made just the basement now, but very soon there'll be a new extended functions coming up.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to the development of that. Thank you for giving us an update, Yaroslav, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Trevor.